to a city shining white. To a city shining white.
I heard the only things you need to drive this car are the S key and the D key.
Oh, I forgot to do all the overlays.
Yes. Yes. Now I don't feel bad.
Oh, you know what the worst part is? I also have my mic muted for when I just ripped into you after you screwed up.
Oh, sweet. So that must be the first one where they don't hear your condescending tone at the beginning of the show. This is a good show so far.
Well, that's how most people like to kick off their Monday nights, isn't it?
Yeah, with some jerk who had a bad week the week before.
I apologize, Sam. We will get right into this in about 30 seconds. Wow. And then I removed it. This is just a train
John's
wreck
face is
every
so
week.
red.
It's so red?
Does it look different? Doesn't look that different.
Oh, he's just so embarrassed right now. Look at him.
I did get embarrassed. But also the red tones are up on my webcam.
So how about this? In the
That was
top
so
left-hand
funny.
corner, I'm ESC Jovian. There's my Twitter up there at ESC Jovian, and underneath me is
Yes, the Songer's Twitter is right above. Hello, everyone.
Oh, man.
Frantically, the person I would guess to the left of me, the right of the stream.
This is
Okay,
pathetic.
that would be Quinn of the Net.
at Quinn of the Net.
This is pathetic.
Fired. Won't be here next week.
No, this is it, boys. This is. I couldn't make it to episode 20. I'm going to curse upon my family. Boom! There we are, red face and all. Welcome everybody to episode 19. That's how you recover from a train wreck. I'm your incapable host at Quinn of the Net, BSG Toaster. On the fly production is right, execute. My other hosts who've already gone ahead and introduced themselves, ESC Jovian and ESC Songers. You can follow them on Twitter. You can be the number 2 person to ever do that.
Yeah, someone other than ourselves.
Yeah. And our first guest this evening, we saved the best for last. He is FireZerg, a.k.a. Sam Prowse? Prowse. Welcome aboard, FireZerg. Thank you so much for sticking through that train wreck of an opening and for joining us this evening.
Oh, not a problem at all. Thanks so much for having me.
It is our pleasure.
Mm.
I guess we'll just jump right into the nitty-gritty, Sam, if you don't mind. If you can tell us where you're from and how you got involved in video games.
I'm from the North Shore, Vancouver, BC, Canada, of course. And I got involved in video games kind of like I'm sure everyone else did. I just went over to a friend's house one day, sometime in grade school, and he was playing some StarCraft campaign. I said, "What's that?"
That's awesome.
Yeah. Then I started playing.
And how, I mean, you started playing games and it was obviously a hobby. How did it kind of transform into, hey, I'm quite good at this?
Honestly, I never really had that moment. I'm still waiting for that to happen. But the part where it went from I'm playing this for fun to I'm playing this to compete happened sometime when I was playing Brood War, and one of the big influences in making that transition for me was playing on the IC Cup ladder in Brood War, if anyone remembers that.
Yes.
That one really, PG Tour before that, but IC Cup was when I really started to get into it. That really was the perfect environment for me to practice, to see my improvement, to get better, and to really want to get better.
And so you don't think that you've reached the pro status yet? You said you're still waiting for it?
Um, I tell my students sometimes, they'll be like, "Oh man, I feel like I'm playing really well, and I just can't seem to beat these people, and I'm only in diamond and whatever." And I say, "Look, just send me a replay when you can play 8 minutes of perfect StarCraft," because I say, "I can't. The problem can't be my macro." And then they look through their replays and they're like, "Okay, actually, now that I look at these and I look at them critically, none of these have 8 minutes of perfect StarCraft. I always miss an Overlord. I always miss a drone here or there, a larva." And when at the end of the day, like I played 20 games of ladder yesterday, when I go back and look at my replays, I don't see 8 minutes of perfect StarCraft in hardly any of them. In none of them, in fact. Some are pretty close. But when I can sit down and play, just 8 minutes, just the first 8 easiest minutes of the game, perfectly, not mess up a thing, I'll feel like I'm on the right track.
So you would equate being pro to like a personal critique of your style and not so much, hey, I'm on a team or I'm beating certain people. It's kind of being that good in your own mind?
Well, if it's a discussion of semantics, I think a pro gamer is probably somebody who's paid to play. So I guess I could consider myself a pro coach and an aspiring pro gamer. But neither of those things really make me satisfied with my ability at the game.
So then who does have that perfect 8 minutes of StarCraft? What replays have you seen that do have that perfect 8 minutes?
I think
And if you
StarCraft
want, I
is-
can send you replays right now of my own stuff, and you can. If you've yet to see it, I mean.
John's got perfect 10 seconds of stuff.
boy,
That first split, I have that down.
man, you have my Skype. Yeah, send them over. I'd be happy to.
I won't do that. I won't even send my replays to Endersword, who's in Diamond, who's like, show me your replays. And I'm just like, nope.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Who has that? I don't know that really exists. There aren't players to look up to in StarCraft 2 yet, like there were in Brood War, I don't think. But that's just a function of the game being very young. It's only been out for a couple of years, and that's not enough time for the game to develop and mature to the point where there are really people who are playing that well. So I can only really give you names of people who I think are close, and those are the obvious ones.
Yeah.
You watch players play you always see their names come up in the highest level of competition, like MC and MVP and Dongregu, and some of those Brood War players who are switching over, like Flash and Jadon, all the players you expect to hear.
Yeah.
They're getting there.
So, Sam, in some interviews we've seen you in, you've said things how you've delayed school, you've deferred school to focus on pro gaming, and that your family supported you in this. How important was it to have your family to support you in this choice?
Oh, it was absolutely essential. I wouldn't have done this. I made the decision after getting support.
Yeah.
It's not something I would have done without my family's support.
Wow, that's amazing. I can think of so many people who would be like, I'm going to go do this, and then their parents are saying, no, you're staying in school, and they're like, whatever, and they leave and go play games for however long they can. But do you feel that you have become a better player in this time off? Do you feel that it's been beneficial for you? Can you see any results?
I think I've become a better player. The game's become more difficult, and it's become more evolved. The scene's become more competitive, and I think I've stayed above that curve, but only slightly. More importantly, I think I've become a better person. I think the idea of putting off school a little bit, I felt going into school I wasn't really mature. I wasn't really ready to deal with a lot of the challenges of going straight from grade 12, straight from high school into university. And a lot of the idea of challenging myself to try and succeed in StarCraft is to learn things like personal time management and self-discipline.
Right.
I'm seeing very slow progress there, but progress nonetheless, and that only helps me become more confident as a person. The lag behind, or the time lag between succeeding and becoming better at managing your time and using your time effectively and actually becoming a better StarCraft player is quite considerable, but hopefully it happens sooner rather than later.
That's Go ahead. I was just saying that's a really holistic view. Like, I'm surprised that you look into all those other things as well.
Yeah, you're
Sorry,
much,
go ahead. Tom.
you're much more mature at 20 than I am at 26.
Well, it's just
Well, thank
it's
you.
really cool when he's mentioning that because some of the things that we like. I'm in a teacher education program, and what we learn is like students doing stuff outside of their school that they learn that time management, they learn that discipline through other things such as martial arts or whatnot. And you're doing that through StarCraft, which is really cool. Just want to know what were you pursuing in university before you decided to go for pro gaming?
I was in a arts program,
Okay.
and I was taking a lot of science courses. And the more arts courses I took, the less I wanted to be in arts. Fortunately. But I wasn't totally sure what I wanted to do. It was very directionless. Specifically, though, the courses I think I enjoyed the most were actually my history courses, even though they're arts. But both of my parents are history majors. I had a lot of help growing up. I read a lot of history. I watched a lot of history documentaries. So, you do what you're used to, and you enjoy it.
Is that how you know Adrian Faxdorf from Esports Canada? Are you guys like in the same courses or something? Because he loves
No.
history, doesn't he?
I think he's doing history at Langara, but I went to UBC. So
Oh, I see.
Oh, really?
Oh,
our
you
schools
guys
are
should-
pretty close to one another.
Yeah. Should get together and talk history. Not StarCraft or anything.
Yeah.
No, we never did. We were roommates. We played a little bit of Super Smash Bros, a little bit of Magic the Gathering, a little bit of Minecraft, but we never got together and talked history. Never.
You never knew. You never knew, bro. There's a whole new side to your relationship now. I just unlocked it for you.
Missed up.
I did want to ask this though. So you took about a year off or so to practice on pro gaming and stuff. Where do you see yourself in the next year? Do you see yourself continuing this, pursuing this further?
Yeah, to be honest, I think of and have always thought of becoming a pro gamer as sort of a secondary goal. Mostly, I see myself trying to meet my primary goals, which are to just become better at using my time well, and getting myself to do the things that I don't want to do. And simple things like getting up in the morning and doing the thing that you want to do the least first.
Shower.
Okay, might be.
Like a true gamer, John.
Yeah. But hey, you know what? I've never been a person who's been able to get up in the morning and say, I want to go for a run and do that. I've been on a soccer team where you had to do that to stay on the team, and you had to go to gym, however many times a week and do a certain regimented workout. But I've never been able to produce that intrinsic motivation to get myself to do a thing. And that's the skill that I really want to learn. And right now, I feel like if I dropped out of StarCraft and went back to school, I would be much more well equipped to do well in courses and enjoy myself and do things just from the few things I've learned. But I see so much potential to learn so much more and become a better person. They're very vague sounding goals, but that's where I see myself in a year.
Such good answers. I'm feeling so inspired right now.
I know, this is...
I want to
blowing
pay
my
him for
mind.
life coaching, not StarCraft coaching. Give me an hour
What
of
are your
life
rates?
coach.
Just to follow up on the kind of, you said you talked with your parents about it to make the decision. How informed were your parents about kind of how good you are at StarCraft and where you kind of were in the global ranking? Was it, hey mom, I'm really good at this game, and she said, okay, if you say you are, or do your parents kind of follow your results, and if you go away to tournaments and things, are they kind of rooting for you?
Well, to be honest, I don't think my parents or I was particularly impressed with my results. But right when the game came out, I kind of got that sort of lucky boost. I played a lot of Brood War right when StarCraft came out. I was sort of predisposed to do well at StarCraft 2 and got in a lot of those earlier tournaments. I got in the tail end of the beta and just played a lot. I was playing a lot of ICGAP, and then I started playing a lot of SC2, and this gave me an advantage. So my name was out there, and I just sort of lucked out and ended up on Gosu coaching, and got a ton of work on Gosu coaching, just completely by chance. Style Life, who I've always looked up to and has been a really important part of sort of getting me into pro gaming. He's a local, and I was able to look up to him a lot. When I went to my first tournament, he was there, and he was the guy to beat, and I thought he was really cool. Anyways, he was working at Gosu coaching. They needed more Zerg coaches, Russell Pfister, who owns and manages NASL and Gosu Coaching, said, "Does anyone know anyone?" And Stella said, "Yeah, FireZerg. Why don't you contact him?" So completely lucked out there. Got a lot of opportunity to coach. Was able to sort of gain some financial security and freedom through that. And that was really what made me say, okay, I've been sort of gifted this situation where I'm able to pretty much do video game for money. And I don't believe in karma, but there would be so much bad karma for me if I didn't take advantage of that.
Oh,
I don't.
man.
I just finished reading Outliers, and it was all about like these opportunities that arise, and like the different sort of venues for success. And this is just totally reminding me of what I just read last night. It's really cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I went to my parents with. Was I did kind of well in this game, but look, I was able to generate a certain amount of money. So if I plan well, and if I use my time well, and I go forward and do things correctly, maybe I could keep doing this, and I could pay rent with it, and I could keep improving on things, and I could, and they were like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Wish I could have done that. Go ahead. They're pretty chilled out.
It sounds like it.
Well, they have a good kid, so I don't think they have to worry too much.
Oh.
Me and Sam are tight, bro. We've had each other on Skype for like a week. It's amazing.
Go on.
The adventures you must have had.
Oh, man.
He messaged me once.
Be here at this time and don't be late. That's how the conversation.
Yes, sir.
Frank can be very demanding.
You can. A little forceful. Should we ask the question from chat? I thought it was pretty clever.
Yeah, the viewer question. Go for it.
No, you asked, Songers. You never get to talk. You complained about it earlier.
I
Go.
did not complain. I've been talking today. Well, okay. So viewer question. So Sam, do you use your handsome powers for good or for awesome?
Marker in the. It's marker.
Maybe.
How do you know? It might be him. I don't even know who said it, but
I think it's marker. Oh man, all I'm gonna say to Marker is, Marker, you better watch your replays and practice your build orders, because I know you don't do that. You just ladder a ton.
Are we talking about Imagine?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
way to call him out, Sam.
It'd be so much better
was
if he
Mark.
practiced his build orders and planned out what he was gonna do.
And what are your thoughts on the Pooh hat?
Sorry, on the Pooh hat.
Yeah, the Winnie the Pooh hat.
I get one veto per interview, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm using that. I'm
All
sorry.
right, we'll save that for the lightning round. No one's pulled out the veto yet.
Oh.
You are very
I
smart
read
young
fine
man.
print.
We don't have contracts. Frank, what have you been sending our guests?
Nothing really. We don't prepare anything, John. I don't know if you noticed. Did you see our overlays when we started the show?
Hey, it's been a rough week.
Right. So maybe we can ask this question. You won the WCG Western Finals. It's a while ago now that it happened, and that got you a trip to China to compete in the tournament there. So can you talk a little bit about the tournament there? What was it like? I mean, what impressed you, or I don't know, were you nervous at all playing? How was it?
I'm just going to pull up a YouTube video of that tournament and you kind of entering
Before
the
that,
stage.
Sam, are you part Chinese or?
No, I'm part Japanese, but
Okay, cool.
Canadian by quite a few generations on both sides.
Okay.
Okay, so WCG. I was just thinking if he was Chinese and he went to China, I don't know. Okay,
That's racist, Nick.
Yeah, I think that's racist, Nick.
guys, you gotta stop. No.
So sorry, go ahead. What were your thoughts on WCG? Maybe some highlights and how you felt about it.
I was really nervous going to WCG, mostly because I hate flying. I've never dealt with flying well. Not so much a fear of flying, like the irrational fear of like the plane crashing, but I'm just not a very like hardy person. You know, I just don't deal with chilling in an airport for a long time and then getting on a plane and kind of being, uncomfortable and next to all these people and they're breathing on me,
I 100% agree.
I
Yeah,
do too, actually.
planes and traveling, and so a 10-hour flight. I remember going to Japan on vacation in grade 9 and getting off the plane, coming back from Vancouver, and just being like, that's it. I just whatever I do in life, I just don't ever want to get on an airplane again. And of course, if you want to be a pro gamer, if you want to be a caster, if you want to be involved in esports, you have to live on an airplane practically. So that was a big step for me in getting on that flight. And the flight over there ended up being something like 14 hours.
Oof.
Yeah.
And I did it. I lived. I got off the plane in one piece and turned around and got back on the plane and came back, and that was big for me. I know it doesn't.
That was the biggest achievement.
Your highlight was surviving.
You were going
the plane
into
ride?
you were going into your first match already a winner. You were just like, I've already made it here. It's all good.
Yeah, baby steps, man. That's of course you want to hear about the tournament though. The tournament itself was group stages, best of ones, and it was very unforgiving because of course, just for, I think the best example of this is there was a guy from Ecuador in our group, and he flew I don't know how many hours or how many miles to get to China. I don't know how much that costs. All the trouble to get the visa and go to the place and do the thing. And he gets there and he shows up and he plays 2 best of ones and that's it. He's out.
Jeez.
Can't possibly advance from his group because he goes 0-1, 0-2, and that's it. I ended up playing something like 7 games only because there was this weird corner case where Dark Force didn't show up for our group, so we had a weird number of people. And then me, Yonghua, and Lowly, FXO Lowly from Belarus, got stuck in a 3-way tie for second in the group after Max said, who went 4-0. So I ended up playing both of them again, and I lost to both of them, so ended up 4th in the group. But it was and Yonghua didn't even make it out of the group at all, and I feel that Max said went into the group with a lot of best of ones prepared.
Right.
Best of 1 builds prepared, and 4-0'd it. If you played that group out again, I probably still would have come 4th. But if you played it out with best of 3s, or if you double them, made it into a double limb bracket, Yonghua definitely would have made it out of the group. So the high variance nature of the groups made for some pretty weird things happening. Big highlight of the tournament for me was seeing Combat X not only make it out of his group, but then
Take a game off.
Yeah, take a game off partying on the main stage. That was pretty cool.
And then doing this? That was amazing.
And the fans loved that too. They were
The showman, that's for sure.
Did the Canadian crew kind of stick together throughout the tournament?
Yeah, they did.
How did you guys decide who was the flag bearer? Was that something that WCG said, hey, you're picking the flag, or did they just give you guys a flag and say one of you has to walk out with it?
They chose a guy originally, the team managers,
Okay.
but then I think he just wasn't there at the time, and might have been me, might have been someone else. Someone said, "Oh, what about Combat X? That would be funny."
I seriously just got like a wash of national pride when I watched that.
Yeah.
And the music was going, and Combat X walked out, and he was just like the happiest man on the planet at that given moment.
Yeah,
Swinging the flag.
and I think it's a little bit controversial, and Combat X is a controversial figure because the whole stream cheating thing, and
Right.
but he works hard at the game.
Yep.
He jokes around a lot. He can go too far sometimes. But he's a good guy. He doesn't mean any harm by it. And he does. He kills himself practicing. He practices a ton. He really puts a lot of thought into his crazy cheeses. So I've gotten in my fair share of disputes with Combat X, but I was happy to see him do well.
I have another question from the chat, actually. Digital Native, I think it is. He was asking, are you going to GotaCon in Victoria, February 1st to 3rd?
I don't have plans yet to go, but people have been talking to me about maybe going, and we can share a room somewhere. I've definitely looked into it.
Right.
I'm not 100% though. Sorry, that's kind of a non-answer, but
It's cool, maybe. I'll give him a maybe.
it's a maybe. It's a definite maybe.
Strong
For
maybe.
sure, a maybe.
strong neighbors.
So is it lightning round territory, or do we got something else up your sleeve, John?
I'm thinking so. I mean, he's stepped on a few landmines and made it out alive, but I think it's time for the lightning round. Before we get to the lightning round, though, we do give you a chance to say your last goodbyes. If there's anyone you want to thank, stream shout-outs, Twitter, anything like that.
Oh, thank you guys so much for having me on.
My pleasure.
I'll plug my Twitter. I'm at COL FireZerg ST2 on Twitter, and I just started streaming. So I have a brand new stream set up. It's not even up on like the Team Liquid streamer list yet or anything, so not very many viewers. But I'm streaming a lot. Last week I probably streamed for like 16 hours, just in like three or 4 days,
Cool.
which is Twitch TV/FireZerg ST2. So please check me out there. Thanks, guys.
Is that a lot of kind of coaching replay analysis, or is it just kind of strictly 1v1 ladder, or?
That's just been 1v1 ladder. Right now I'm bouncing between like rank 40 and 20 in GM. That's about the MMR I'm sitting on.
Well, we will tune in to watch you hit number 1.
Yeah, do it.
All right, Sam, I really apologize, but this is going to be rough. We have 10 questions prepared for you for the lightning round. You've watched our show, obviously, the previous 18 episodes, but for anyone in chat who's checking it out for the first time, came here specifically for Sam, this is how it goes. 10 lightning fast questions, physically demanding, mentally frustrating questions that will take you to the limit and back. Are you ready, Sam, FireZerg, Prowse, for the lightning round?
Yes, sir.
Question number 1, chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Good.
1 point.
Got it.
One
Question
point.
number 2. Yeah, we go on a point system.
Okay.
You saw the other 18 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just wondering why I only got one. I mean,
Are you disputing
Oh,
the points?
geez.
Because that'll get you negative points.
all right, go on.
1 point. Plus, you said you saw the other 18 episodes. You're up 2-0. Question number 2. Vancouver, great city or greatest city?
Greatest.
Like that honesty? 3 points. Question number 3. Favorite color?
Green.
Green.
Favorite cover color maroon.
Maroon.
Gotta throw that out there. Scott will get mad at me if I
Wait, did you go from green to maroon?
No, fifth favorite color is maroon.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that's interesting.
All right.
What about the second? No,
Cool enough. I'll give you a point. You're up 4-0.
Oh, he's gonna kill this round.
I know. Wait till we,
We
get
really
to the
liked
tougher
him.
ones.
So.
I did my stretches, man.
Question number 4. Your favorite SC2 players, one from each race.
FireZerg. I've played all 3 races.
Oh, jeez.
No one has done that before. You just got yourself 3 extra points. I like this
Sick.
kid and everything he's about. You're up, what, 7?
This is
7
ridiculous.
nothing now?
Unheard of.
Okay, Mark, imagine Leonardo has said you are the most attractive person in esports. Who is second to you?
Livinpink.
That's a suck-up answer because she's on the show after this. It's negative.
No,
1.
she's second to me. She's after me right now.
Yeah, I know, but that's a suck-up answer because you know she's coming on the show. Anyway, you're down 1 point. You're up 6-0. No one ever
It's a
gets
play.
over
It's like
5
a
points.
it's play on words, man. Okay, go. So there.
I
I'll
get
take
it.
the
I get
point.
it now, and that was smart. You get the point. It's 7, 8 nothing. Who is the hardest to play against right now?
Do you guys know The Rock from StarCraft?
You know the
No.
Rock.
Another rock from
WWF?
wrestling.
Yeah.
The Rock is the hardest.
The Rock is the hardest?
Oh, another play on words. Is that you can't use the same joke?
Is this destructible rocks?
Oh.
I don't want to admit that I
Okay, no,
don't
no.
know that player.
The
so
hardest player to play against right now on ladder is Scarlet on NA.
Just ZVZ Beast? Or just any
Scarlet
recent
or whoever
Beast?
Poland Spring is. And I
Poland
think that
Spring.
might be Nurchio, because he's Polish.
That makes sense.
But
All right.
bear in mind, they're all on barcodes as well, so I don't really know who I'm playing most of the time,
Right.
and everyone uses a Smurf account. So
Do you have a Smurf account?
I do, in fact.
And
But I
what
don't
is its name?
What's the fuck?
This could be 5 points right here, Sam. I'm just
No.
saying this.
I'm not even going to take this. I don't think these points are going to do anything for me. So I'm just
Oh, sh-
That's where
you
he's
figured it
wrong.
out, John. Quick, cut the feed.
Make it stop.
Sorry, your mic was muted. Didn't catch that last part. We're just going to carry on with the questions.
Okay.
Number 7, you're up, I think like 12-0. Where were you during the Vancouver riots? And don't lie.
Actually, there was a big screen in near the library in Vancouver, and I was watching, and I totally missed the riots because I always like to leave, sports games and StarCraft events and stuff 10, 15 minutes before everyone else does to beat the rush. So when it was obvious they were losing, I was like, all right, let's go, let's get out of here.
Like you could have left really early.
Wait, were you at the game?
Totally missed the riot. Not at the game, but there was a screen. There was a big screen
sorry, right.
downtown Vancouver.
Right.
Just for people to So I went with some friends and we sat down, we watched, and I was like, "Hey guys, we could beat the traffic," and we actually dodged a riot.
Wow.
You originally said beat the rush, which is impossible. No, nothing can beat the rush. So it's -1. So it's 11-0.
You clearly haven't had FireZerg on your show enough.
Would you like to come back then? Because that's question number 10.
I'd love to, but whatever. I need to educate noobs like you to know the rush is.
Damn.
We have never had anyone challenge me like this. This is terrific. Can you come on and replace Songers?
Wait, what? No.
Oh man, poor Songers.
Or me.
Question number 8. You were out to a commanding 12-point lead. Question 8. If I wasn't playing StarCraft, I would be...
If you weren't, or me?
You.
Me. If I wasn't playing StarCraft, I would be modeling for JCPenney.
Ooh.
Is that you've already done modeling for JCPenney, or is JCPenney that is ridiculous.
a blue steel look?
Oh man, can I pull up the picture that you have on Wikipedia, because it is just amazing. Where did you send this picture in for Wikipedia, or?
It's a model show.
No, that's said put that up.
This is great. Let's just show this now. This is worth another point, by the way. That's 13. 13 points. Lucky 13.
Damn.
Have you
I
modeled?
already have a friend in who's currently modeling for the JCPenney catalog.
Okay.
Sophisticates, Daniel Lee.
Okay, so that's why you chose JCPenney.
Yeah, I have a contact there. He's very handsome.
I just thought that was a weird thing to modeling. It just seems. Not that JCPenney's not a great store. Are they a sponsor of the show, Frank?
No, they're not. So we can't actually say it. We'll just edit it in post.
Fantastic. Thumbs up for JCPenney. 13 points. Number 9. Would you rather bunker build time decrease again, or Caldarian amulets for High Templars come back?
That was terrible grammar.
Yeah, sorry.
That is how it's
Sorry,
written, and I'm only reading it.
Who typed that question?
Okay,
Shut
go
up.
ahead.
Would you rather? So now I'm going to give 2 options. You have to tell me which one you would rather. Bunker build time decreases again, or, now I'm on to the second option, Caldarian amulets for High Templars come back.
I'll take Caldarian amulets because that affects Terran really.
I'm gonna ask for it to be in, and I'm just gonna storm your your drone line, even though I'll never get to that point. But just saying.
Well,
Here we cracked out. Here we go.
Never mind. Just go on with the light.
All right.
Caldarian amulets. If you want me to back that one up, I'll give you plenty of reason why that for Zerg makes sense.
We are running
Yeah.
very long on time, but we will have you back on another episode to talk about amulets at length. Question number 10, I have left blank because I needed to see how well you did here in the lightning round. And you've done quite well, not going to lie. You've challenged me every question up until this point. So I give you your final question. Using no less than 10 words, describe to me why you love StarCraft without using the letter E. You have 30 seconds, go.
This is a challenge.
Oh man.
I am happy StarCraft play.
You could have said to play StarCraft, but okay.
To play StarCraft.
This
And-
is 10?
It is that so good game. Ah,
Oh, you were so
Oh, no.
close. You almost had it. Congratulations,
Dang.
FireZerg.
that is a hard one. Has anyone ever done that? I mean, in the 18 episodes I watched, I don't remember. I didn't take notes.
No, that's the first time we've ever done that. I thought of that today while I was at the bank, and you came very close.
We have never
I
been
don't-
asked such a hard question, to be honest.
I think you'd be bringing down the level of your show if I had finished that and done more than 10 words, and you were like, "Get on you got a point." I think that would just cheapen everything because that was awful what I did there. That was just terrible. None
Don't
of that
sell
was
yourself
the sentence.
short. You have a long career
Sorry.
ahead of you as a lyricist.
I'm pretty sure someone should edit this show just to have him saying that sentence.
We're gonna that's so nice,
And just
too.
put that on.
That'll be our
record.
Esports Canada promo. Esports Canada,
That's-
Monday nights. I, good StarCraft play, am
That's just the answer to every question in the
with
lightning
yes,
round.
FireZerg.
Yeah, so I think someone wrote it down for us. I play. No, is it? Okay, I'll
Play
provide
StarCraft happy.
For the day every
So it
day.
wasn't every day because that has 2 E's, so close. We'll
Yeah.
look back and we'll
We'll
get
figure it
that's
out. We'll
actually
figure
really
it
good.
out, guys.
You did.
That's
good.
gonna be our viral. We just found it, guys.
I'm gonna make a wallpaper. It's gonna be black and white. It's gonna be FireZerg, and that's gonna be the quote. Like,
It's gonna be just like those White Rock quotes, but it's
excellent,
yeah.
excellent.
Great base. And redefense.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Sam.
Yeah,
It's
thanks.
really awesome having you.
Best guest of the year. You have qualified for the 2013 Lightning Round of Champions. We bring back the 10 highest scores at the end of the year and put you into some sort of like Lightning Round gauntlet.
Awesome.
It's not a real thing. Don't get too excited.
Ah.
But we will have you back for another episode, perhaps after you win GSL, after taking a train to get there.
I'm gonna keep working hard, guys. Thanks so much for having me on.
We are supporting you.
Yeah.
Guys,
all the
remember
best,
to
Sam.
follow Sam at COL FireZerg. Does that say
SC2?
SC2. Oh, you're missing
Oh,
a letter.
I forgot the S in SC2. I'm sure people
Oh.
figured that out.
Oh,
I'm sure people figured that out. We plugged it enough. Guys, everyone follow Sam at COL FireZerg SC2 on Twitter and watch your stream. Can you plug that one more time for me, Sam?
Twitch.tv/FireZergSC2.
Fantastic. Guys, we are going to take a very, very, very short break. We're going to kick Sam out of here for breaking our lightning round. And when we come back, we will have Geneviève Forget, Livinpink,
Roger.
Forget. See, I had to fight to say Geneviève because they wanted me to say Geneviève.
I'm pretty sure it's Forget though. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not forget.
Yeah, well, see, I didn't even know.
I'm not.
Stop
even-
breaking the show, Sam.
Commercial.
We're never having you back on.
Later, Sam.
All right, this is going to be hard to get these overlays going. Do we have... Oh, Geneviève is already ready to go.
I've invited her. We're just waiting for her to accept.
Oh, we're not.
This is what everybody type attack. Pink
Hello.
army attack. Hello.
Yeah, I have an attack of the pink army,
Your
man.
pink army is attacking this chat.
Oh, no, Nick, you're under Livinpink right now on the overlay.
We all got moved.
You
Shit.
got
It's okay, I'm Jovian, man. I'll cast the Len ETS, and you can go do
We don't
interviews.
joke anymore. I'm gonna partner with Livinpink to cast now.
Excellent. You're gonna be playing.
It's breaking it. First he breaks the lightning round, now you're breaking them. It's not a good night for esports and games.
So I don't even think we need to introduce our guest. It seems like everybody already knows her.
Well, it seems like she brought the pink army with her.
Yeah, I brought the pink army, and they're all in pink too. They're like matching their team.
Yeah. How do you change your color of your name? I don't even know how to do that.
You click on your name and then.
Oh,
Oh no, it's the little wheel next to the chat thing.
Yeah, it's a settings thing.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Test.
Boom,
Oh, I'm
boom,
in pink
boom.
too now.
In
Excellent.
honor of having Live in Pink.
We're all
Let me
on
just
the-
say, I remember earlier, guys, when we were making the overlays and whatnot for this episode, I said that I had something special, and no one's commented on it yet. But Live in Pink is our first female guest in our
Yay!
long 19 episodes, and so her name is in pink. On
Is
the
it?
rundown.
Awesome.
It looks
Oh, it's
white.
not.
Thank you very much. It is 100% her name is Pink, not the name above her on the rundown. when it
Oh,
lists the
I
guest.
see. Whoa,
Yeah.
John, that was really amazing. We should really take
That's,
5
an,
seconds.
that's what's called
to
an
talk
Easter egg,
about it.
Frank, so why don't you appreciate it? Weird.
Can I just
Frank's,
say that
Frank's the
Frank
overlay
videos
that I haven't done yet. Maybe I'll
Oh,
just leave
no.
it that way.
Jerk.
Frank's video's not showing.
Yeah,
'cause
he
I
said
hadn't
that
done
on
it yet.
purpose. He's being a
Oh, haha, leads you to last.
So what were you playing before this, Livinpink?
I was playing StarCraft.
We like to hear
Boom!
that.
How original. I was playing 1v1s on the Korean ladder. It didn't go so well, but it's okay. I'm getting back into it.
I can't imagine playing on Korean ladder. John, do you want to intro now that you have your overlays done?
Yes, I think so. When I said earlier that we were saving the best for last, I just meant in terms of which overlay we were doing at the time, and FireZerg was last. But now, at the end of the show, we have indeed saved the best for last, because we have with us, and I'm not going to screw up your name. Now that I've said that, I probably will. Geneviève.
Okay.
You're supposed to nod. You're supposed to nod and say
it's
yes.
pretty good. Like, it's the best someone who speaks English natively can go, to be honest.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I'm from the only bilingual
John?
province, so
Yeah, well, in French we say Geneviève, but
Geneviève.
Oh, wow.
actually you got it, man. You're good. But like English speakers, usually the closest they go to is like Geneviève, which is pretty good.
But it sounds
And
like
it's-
Jean.
And it's Forget,
Forget.
but the R kind of makes people confused.
Perfect. Well,
They're like Forget.
I butchered that as much as I thought I could.
never
It's
do
all
that
good.
tongue
Don't worry
pulling.
about it.
You didn't even do a French intro like you said you would.
Well, no, they wanted me to because they said, "Does anyone speak French?" And I said, "I do," but it was like a long time ago. And when I've been drinking, I can do it better, but I'm not. It's true. After you've been drinking, you can speak French like that. I had a good conversation with an elderly couple outside of a bar about installing a pool in my backyard. Because pool in French is piscine.
I bet you look just about how anyone who's drunk would be
Yeah,
talking.
I was slurring to a blank wall. I stared and laughed.
It was just a lamppost and a chair. And you're like, all
My
right.
French, good. Thank you very much, Geneviève, for coming on Esports Canada TV.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Sorry about our delayed banter. I guess to start things off, why don't you talk about how you got into video games and how you got into the wonderful world of esports. But first, tell us where you're from.
Where I'm from Canada, Quebec, so the French part. The country named French Canada.
Tried to
But
leave
yeah,
us.
I'm French Canadian and I live in Montreal.
Woo.
And I got into esports, gaming. I was probably like 3 or 5 years old. I would just sit down and watch my brothers play, my big brothers, my half big brothers. And then when they stopped visiting the house like every weekend, because it was like a shared custody from my parents and my dad's ex-wife. I just inherited of the 2 Super Nintendos, so I would just play. I played Mario and all the little games everyone probably grew up with, and mostly Mario. Super Mario was my game, and Kirby's Avalanche. Yes,
Oh,
That's a good
that.
one.
And yeah, so I just kept playing all my life. I think it started with my brothers leaving me their consoles, and like my mom and dad would have trouble finding me a babysitter because I would request them to play Super Mario with me for like at least 2 or 3 hours. So like, you kind of want a female babysitter for a female little girl, so they basically had to find like a half gaming babysitter who was female. That was quite a challenge.
Sounds like you could have had a Mrs. Doubtfire thing happening.
And esports, it's when I got into StarCraft. I didn't even know it existed. So I got into StarCraft. I was with my ex-boyfriend at the time. And we started watching Husky videos and then transitioned into Day9 and then transitioned into GSL. And then we realized there were MLGs going on. And I was like, I want to go. He was like, nah, I'd rather watch from home. And I'm like, I really want to go. Then we went to a Barcraft since he didn't want to go to the first one. And I was like, okay, we're going to MLG Providence. So that was my first esports event. And since then I was like,
I was there as well.
guys, I'm doing it.
That's funny. I always hear that Husky is a gateway caster
Yeah, he
to
is.
GSL and MLG. It's like everyone starts on Husky. Like anyone I hear from,
Yeah.
just like knows nothing about StarCraft. They're like, oh, I've watched Husky.
Yeah, it was Husky, Day9, GSL with Tastosis.
Yeah, it seems like the typical progression there for people. Husky's always so exciting, and he explains like the game in such a
Yeah,
way
he's
that
very
kids can-
accessible,
Yeah, exactly.
and he's fun to listen to as well. So it's good for the lay players out there, really. But he's good for everything. I shouldn't say lay players. he's really good in general.
He's a good
I like him
intro.
a lot.
So you went to MLG Providence, which I also went to, and obviously we met there and had a smashing time. We didn't.
I was like, yeah, man, we did meet. And I'm like, no. I thought at the time nobody knew me, so I actually like got recognized by 2 people.
Nice. That's 2 more than I got recognized by.
I was like, oh my god, people recognize me, just like 2. And one was just like waving awkwardly in the room, say hi. I'm like, hey.
Did you recognize us at NASL?
No.
Oh,
We didn't even do anything before.
I didn't
ASL.
even
how
talk
crushed.
to you guys. We were like,
We were in the back all the time, though.
should have come say hi and shake my hand, and I would shake it back, man.
well, Atlantic TI.
I
Atlantic-
was like, no, man, no.
No touching. No touching.
Please don't touch me. So how did that transition go from, I mean, you started playing the game and watching it and following it, but I mean, now you're kind of doing things in the community, interviewing players at events, streaming. How was that transition? How did you kind of break through?
Well, I actually just felt like I wanted to get involved. So I just streamed, and then I was like, maybe I could try casting, and then I really wanted to get into Playham, so I tried harder to cast. And like really early on in my career, I got like freaking lucky. I think I got lucky too early. I got picked up by Zoe Divina to go cast in China. That was right before MLG Providence. And that's because like some people choked last minute and I could get a visa basically. And they needed a second caster, so I casted there with Kelly Milkies. And it was way too early. It was like the 4th cast of my life. I felt like a total retard that wasn't qualified. But I mean, who would pass on the opportunity to go to China and cast StarCraft? Not me.
Pass that up.
And yeah, so once I got that, I was like, holy hell, I need to like do more. This is awesome. Like, I want to go to events, and obviously I can't pay to go to every single one, so I need to find a way to get myself there. And I wanted to get involved and talk to players, so I started doing interviews. I just like bought a camera, bought a tripod, asked a friend or someone random from the events that was following me on Twitter to like follow me around as my cameraman, and asked for a press pass, and I was like, hey, can I interview you? Anyone can do it, really. I don't know why people give a lot of shit to interviewers who just do them on their own terms and money without being hired. It's like,
Yeah, we're all volunteers anyways.
yeah. It's like, why would you, like, if you don't like it, don't tune in, and if you want to do it better, do it better. Like, buy your own camera, man, do it.
So, Livinpink, you started the thread, the Girls of StarCraft, right? And you kind
On
of
Team Liquid, yeah.
yeah. So you've been kind of organizing that. Could you tell me a little bit about how you got that started and the process of doing that?
Well, I wasn't actually the creator of Girls of StarCraft at all. Just the thread was my ID.
Right.
Girls of StarCraft is a group on Facebook, and I got involved pretty early. There were like maybe 30 steady members on the Skype group. And then I was like, this is fun to like group all the girls together. It kind of gives you a feeling of community and not being
Right.
alone. You can like bitch and whine about people, bitching and whining about girls, you know?
Yes.
You just feel like a little team, and I could practice with girls, so it's fun. And yeah, so at some point I was streaming, and I was like, it wasn't actually for a good or nice reason. I was just like, if I group up all the girls in one thread, people are gonna click on my thread and go to my stream. It's a good idea. So I was like, girls, let's group up. But they also all saw that benefit. Like,
Right.
if I'm on that thread, they'll click on it and see my stream. So that's basically how I got to the idea. It was like, how can I promote myself better? I'm like, by promoting everyone at the same time.
We also found a place where we can bitch and whine about songers, and we called it Esports Canada. So I see what you're doing there, and I totally think it's an awesome idea.
It's working.
Yeah, it's definitely working. I wanted to ask you, so you obviously done some casting, you've done some interviewing, and you've done some pro gaming. So where do you see yourself in maybe, let's say, the next 3 years of esports? Where do you think that you're going to focus in one, or are you really just happy to do all of it, whatever comes your way?
I actually love diversifying. It's something about me that I did all my life. It's like I don't really enjoy doing just one thing. I like doing many things. But if like someone wants to hire me like for one thing and thinks I'm better at that, I would gladly like take money and do one thing full time. But if
Right.
it's on my own and I don't get money, I'd rather do a little bit of everything. And hopefully one of those things pays out and someone thinks I'm good at one of those things or all those things, and then I'll get a job.
Oh, that's the dream.
But I don't know if I have a favorite thing. I really enjoy doing everything. I think everything complements everything really well. Like, if I play more StarCraft, I'll do better interviews and better casting. If I watch more StarCraft, same thing applies. If I do interviews, I get to know the players better, which doesn't really help my play, but maybe if I talk to them, I can get strategy. I don't know.
That's for sure.
It's true. I actually feel, and I mean, I don't get to play as often as I'd like, but I feel like ever since I've started casting, just because I've watched other casters, I feel like I've learned a lot. Just watching casters has really, really improved my game.
Even casting, like sometimes I'd cast in the past and I'd be like, oh, I actually learned something while casting. It's like, sorry viewers, but I just realized that if you do the creep spread in this way, you'll be able to like defend better, like if he attacks your third or something. And I'm like,
Yeah.
guess that applies to that map.
A different perspective, right?
Yeah.
So in light, there's been some recent drama about basically girls in esports, and some people feeling that girls have some sort of unfair advantages, and then some people feel that it's more of an all-boys club. So do you think that, I mean, when do you ever consider your gender ever as allowing you to do things or not to be able to do things? Do you ever think of your gender as some sort of either a stop or a go for things you want to do in esports?
Getting a leg up.
You think
That's so close from me, yeah.
I feel like it's an advantage in some points and a disadvantage in others. So obviously in streaming numbers, it's a big advantage. Like if you stream StarCraft, I mean, come on, like Diamond League girls getting 250 viewers. Like I'm not alone. We're like 4 or 5, and we're like freaking stacking those viewers in Diamond League, and we're like, boom.
I know there's a girl in bronze or silver that has like a decent following too, who gets 200, 300, 400 views. I can't remember her name.
Are you talking about Tara?
Possibly. I might have to see her.
Tara's Gold League right now, though.
Okay.
She got promoted.
Not what.
Oh no, I don't think it was her. It was someone else.
I don't know who you're referring to. What were we saying? Oh yeah. So it's an advantage for viewership of stream. I think it's I don't know if it's an advantage in interviewing. Like, I guess players will give you more interviews easier because you're a girl, so they'll feel bad. But I guess it also gives you better numbers of views. But you'll get more shit for the interviews. They're gonna be like, your voice is high pitched, it's annoying. You're like, why are you there? You're just trying to make. I had a comment. You're trying to make easy money. It's like, guys, I paid for my plane ticket. I paid for my hotel. I paid for my camera, and I asked the player to be interviewed. You can do it too. Like, it's not easy money. If I wanted easy money, I would be a lawyer. Well, it's not easy money, but it's like, but it's a lot of money then.
Yeah.
If I wanted money, I'd be a lawyer because I studied for it.
Yeah.
And you just graduated, did you not?
Yeah, I just graduated.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But I'd rather not make money and try to
something
do
you love,
esports.
right?
Yeah, and do something I love. And for casting, I think it's a disadvantage because people say you have a high-pitched voice, it's annoying. It's a little bit as interviewer, but you get even more shit because people assume that you're bad and you're there as a token girl.
Right.
And people assume that, I don't know, they just bitch and whine because you're a girl in casting. They're like picking on you. They're like, yeah, I get the comment like, which league are you? And they're like, she's totally like bronze league. She doesn't know anything. It's like, dude, and I was casting with a Gold League caster, and nobody asked about the guy. So it's like,
Yeah.
and I was like plat at the time. It's like, come on, guys. And there's a lot of plat league and Gold League casters, like Total Biscuit or like
Like me,
I don't know.
I think
I'm a
Mr.
gold
Bitter,
caster.
Mr. Bitter said he's only like gold or platinum.
And I think Rob Simpson maybe, and I don't know, probably others.
game's hard, man.
DJ Wheat
Game's hard.
isn't Masters. DJ Wheat isn't Masters. It's probably like plat or something.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think
gold.
he's
Who knows?
gold or plat.
Yeah.
It's tough for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. You also get more drama being a girl. People look at every action you do, how long you talk to a guy, and then they put that up on Reddit and goes back to you. They're like, oh, she totally hung out with that guy. Oh, they totally went into a room together. It's like, there were actually 20 people in that room. Like, calm down.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
comments in the chat. Some people are definitely agreeing. So, yeah, it's really unfortunate, but I guess it's kind of the nature of the game. We just need to change it.
Yeah. Oh, and also the comments in chat when you stream or when you cast.
Right.
It's like, get back in the kitchen.
Well,
And, well, that I don't give it. I don't care
I
about
think that's
it.
kind of
Like,
general internet culture at this point for kind of the 21 plus or 21 and lower crowd is I'm hiding behind a keyboard, I can say anything I want, so I think you run into that anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of like mean things. I also had really like personal attacks and like people trying to scare me out of it or something. I had like a death threat or like a rape threat or whatever. I was like, holy shit, this guy is serious, but I'm alive and not raped, so we're fine, guys.
Okay.
Good to hear.
I know Kelly Milky's had a death threat in Korea when she casted GSL.
Wow.
I didn't
take-
get a death threat.
that's-
She just wanted to rape me. It's fine, don't worry. I'm sorry. I'm just joking with it because, I mean,
Yeah.
what else is there to do with it?
Yeah. So, Johnny, I
Yes.
think you have one more question before.
I certainly do. I want to talk about LAN ETS coming up in March.
Yeah, I'm
Uh.
super excited about that.
You've been to
I'm
the
about-
past LAN ETSs?
Only I've been to one as spectator and one as participant.
Mhm.
I competed last time. I almost made it to round 2, and at the time I was like high gold. So this time, hopefully, I'll make it to round 2, considering I'm better than I was. Now I'm diamond, so maybe.
Are you, so this time, are you going more as a competitor, or are you going to be more kind of like working?
Uh, I'll do a little bit of both. I already told everyone like I wanted to compete in StarCraft before I work, and I was like, "Don't worry, I'll be out soon. Like I won't play that long." So they're like,
all the way
"Alright."
to the end and not get to do any cast.
Like I can do like stuff on Friday and on Sunday and on Saturday like afternoon once I'm out. So I'll probably won't make it that long anyway. And I'm gonna meet the LAN ETS people this week. So I don't have that much info about what I'll be doing yet, but I've been asked to do interviews for like the Street Fighter scene, the fighting game community.
Oh, wow.
But I don't know that much yet, so I'm gonna have to look into
yeah.
the game more because I've been playing it a bit, but I don't know it much. And I'll probably do some StarCraft interviews on my own. I might do a tiny bit of casting if people let me on the StarCraft stream or League stream or even Street Fighting stream. Even though the Street Fighter game would be really bad. Because I don't know much. I'll be like, good kick, awesome attack, like, you ulted. Like,
Look, if you're not Grandmaster Street Fighter, you shouldn't be casting. That's my opinion.
well, I can bring the hype. Dude, have you seen the hype of fighting games? It's like,
Oh
it's
yeah, the
like-
energy there is insane for fighting games.
It's like, you know the best part of the StarCraft game when everyone screams? Put that for 1 minute and that's every game. It's like, ah! Ah!
You and I will cheer for some Street Fighter games when we're there, right?
Yeah.
I can maybe explain a little bit to you, but probably not much.
Yeah, I have to look more into it. I've been hanging out with the MTLSF crew a lot, so
Yeah.
I'll do some.
I hear they do good things.
If
Yeah, they're good.
if I make it onto the stream, you can take over Nick's spot and cast with Frank for my game, which I lose.
I want to catch your game. Well,
Maybe
rock,
if
paper,
I-
scissors. But
If I win
What if you
enough,
guys
maybe
play
you
each
can
other?
cast my game.
What if you guys play against each other? That'd be crazy.
I would
And
lose
you can
terribly.
cast it, man.
I would lose
I
terribly.
But yeah, LAN ETS, tons of hype. Great games are going to be shown. There's going to be Counter-Strike Go. There's going to be League of Legends. There's going to be Street Fighter, StarCraft. I don't know what else. I think it's mostly that.
And
that's
it's-
for the competition, yeah.
March 1st, 2nd, 3rd. I think the second round of tickets for that are going on sale days around somewhere in the 20s of January, but they have opened up the seating plan for people who've already bought tickets. So you can actually find this on our forums, and I'm sure LAN ETS has it in their own networks, but on our forums we have it on EsportsCanadaTV, and he mentions how they're going to open up more tickets and stuff, so you guys can check it out if you're interested, if you're in the Montreal area, or even if you want to travel from outside of that area.
We're busing in. That's for
Yep.
sure.
Oh wow, I didn't know they had the floor plan yet. That's sweet.
Yeah, floor plan just came out recently, so
I'm
that's
not
pretty
looking at
cool. So you can see how the whole place is going to be looking.
Yeah, John, if you buy your ticket, you need to
I
say
already
where
have a
you're gonna-
ticket.
and you bring your own computer?
Girlfriend bought me a ticket for Christmas.
And you bring your own computer, though?
Yes,
Yeah, sign up your seat or something. I think you need to sign up your
I will
floor
do
plan.
that. I will.
All right, brother.
One last question from chat, kind of a carryover from the not the previous question, but the one before that. There have been debates about having a separate league for girls. Do you think that women should have a separate league for men, or do you think that will further isolate women from the community?
It's a really hard question because it will make the men more frustrated. But then again, it would motivate a lot of girls because they would see a potential in like going pro and actually making money, even though they're not pro level. Because right now, I don't see the point in any of the girls. Like nobody will be Korean level. Like nobody at the moment, especially if there wasn't like tournaments for females. I don't see how they would find the money or get picked up by teams to like try to be like Korean level suddenly while being female, because the females are like barely GM, and
Yeah.
NA GM doesn't cut it in like international tournaments. So I would
Gold.
think it's good to motivate female players to get better. It's good because it actually gets a lot of numbers and it creates hype.
Yeah.
It's good for marketing for sure. More marketing opportunities and like investors would be interested probably. And it like expands the scene into more girls. I like personally, and I know a lot of girls feel that way. I enjoy watching a girl stream a lot. For some reason, it's like a bond thing. It's like, oh, she's like me. She's a girl and she plays StarCraft and she's a gamer. So you're like, we're connected. I feel like that's another thing. More girls bring more girls. So that would be the positives. The negatives is the bitterness, the fact that people will say girls and boys are equal in StarCraft, even though we don't know if it's true or not, because I mean, we don't have tests to prove it. Girls are at a disadvantage or not, or have advantage. I don't know. So
Not like as researched as it is in sports, right? I mean,
yeah. Well, I would say yes, but some people won't be happy with that.
You can't please everyone.
can't please everyone.
No.
Yeah, but I would encourage it. Because, I mean, it doesn't hurt anyone, and it's like the equivalent of, like, a regional tournament where only, like, Canadians could enter in. Or, I don't know, an age group restricted tournament, or a region tournament, or, I don't know.
I just really want them to make a league for songers so that we can all play in peace.
Oh, and I have another example.
Bad.
Or a tournament with only like NA or outside of Korean players invited. How is that different from a female league? You're like excluding the best, and you're
It's all
like,
just
okay,
arbitrary, like,
it's like fight it up, baddies. That's basically the same thing for the female leagues.
I still think over time, though, like you said, it will encourage more females to play, and then I think that'll create a culture where they can cultivate and get better, because, I mean, males only got better because they got together and played, so if you make a safe space for females to also play, then you'll just naturally have a better, stronger crop each successive generation, so
Yeah.
I think over time it would do amazing things. I don't know about alienating. I think you should allow co-ed leagues as well. It's not like separatists, but you know, it'd be nice to have more of a place where everybody who's good at what they do can get better at it. Like I wouldn't want to play in anything higher than my league, so I need my league for that.
You should have a dad league.
Oh, Dad, yeah. We only play once a month, and we're like, yeah, I'm done my StarCraft. Gotta go change diaper.
I mean, you could do one, and people probably would bitch less about that than a mom's league.
I'll start streaming with my daughter, and we'll see who gets more numbers, Genevieve. It's a challenge. Do you accept my challenge?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll get a cat though.
Oh.
I have a cat. I can do both. I have 2 daughters and a cat. I
Two
can-
daughters,
Put
two
both
cats.
your daughters next to you and you like hold your cat and I'm like, aha guys, we got this.
won't even be able to play, but I'll just mass mad numbers in screen.
500 viewers just watching you sit there.
Yeah,
Happening on the
your
screen.
webcam and the game are reversed, so the webcam takes up the whole screen. The game is just in the small corner, and you just have
Exactly.
2 cats and 2
We'll
kids.
see. It's on. It's on. I'm gonna totally win this.
Twitch.tv/dadsc2. Tune in.
He's gonna dress up as like animals as like little banelings or something. They're gonna be like walking around vines.
My Halloween costume.
There it is. All right.
Probably you should dress them all up in like zergs and put sleep in your house.
Just throw your cat and children at people. Livinpink, you have made it through our questions, but now we are on to the final battle.
Oh shit.
This is the lightning round. I imagine you were watching earlier with FireZerg and our previous 18 episodes, so you're well familiar with the lightning round. But for anyone that just tuned in, any members of the Pink Army who have tuned in to watch our guest, I'm going to throw 10 of the hardest questions she has ever answered in her life, and she is going to try her hardest to answer them as quickly as possible. So, Livinpink, I ask you once and only once, are you ready for the lightning round?
No. Yes.
Just dips.
I like see you guys close the cam going.
Question number 1 for the lightning round. Princess Peach or Zelda?
Princess Peach.
1 point. Question 2. Favorite Yoshi in Super Mario for the SNES? Red, blue, yellow, or green?
Where's the pink one?
There is no pink one.
Alright,
There's only one right answer here.
I'll get the red one.
Ah.
You like the blue one or something?
Yeah,
Like
the
green
blue
one?
one's OP. You can fly over.
I mean,
buttons.
green is the traditional one. Maybe I should have stuck with green.
No, red's good. Red's Canadian. Don't
Yeah.
don't let Frank influence your answers. You're only trying to get points off me. I'm the final decider on the question. So actually, if you make fun of Frank or especially Nick or bring them down anyway, that will increase your points tenfold at least.
Resist the temptation, please.
You're up 2-0. Question number 3. We've been told that you speak a few different languages, and the only other language that we know on the show is Nick. And so Nick is going to speak something right now and ask you a question, and if you can respond either in English or the language that he speaks, you will get a point. So Nick, the floor is yours.
I hope it's gonna be about T-Man.
你会讲中文吗？
Oh, I can only tell it's a question because there's more.
Hey, she got that part
It
right.
means
Yeah.
you is ni.
Uh-huh.
Jen, I don't remember actually. I know I learned it. Is it like to go or something? No.
Say
To say? You Jen. What did you say after?
中文。
Zongwen.
Yeah.
Oh, I know how to write it.
That's pretty impressive.
Close enough.
Zongwen
Close
and
enough.
Ma. Well, Ma is a question. It
Yes.
also means horse.
Oh, got
Whoa. I think she just.
Yeah, you just got a
that.
bonus
That,
point.
that's impressive.
That was 2
I get
points.
0.5.
Points.
But
2
if you can,
points.
I can ask you a question about tea if you want.
Go for it.
For an extra point, I will let this go.
你想不想喝茶？
我想喝茶. Yeah, that was great.
Oh no! What happened to our numbers? Why did we lose all our viewers? What's going on?
What are you talking about, Frank?
The worst show ever.
What are
Wait,
Chinese?
what was the question, by the way? Zongwen.
I asked you, can you speak Chinese?
Oh, I'm so bad.
I had a question. That was really clever.
The T was actually very well pronounced. That was awesome.
You should have asked me where I'm from. It's Nishu Nagojan, and I would be like, Woshu Janadajan.
Wow.
That was good.
I don't know. I choked, man. I didn't remember the land cards. Like, as long as like China or like Mandarin or something, like when I don't know.
Oh man, your mic is
All right.
just all over the place. All right, we're good now. You just went like robot for like 15 seconds. All right, that was worth like 5 points at least because you spoke more Mandarin than I thought possible. You're up 5-0. Question number 4: who will you beat in the grand finals at LAN ETS?
Who will I beat?
Who's gonna get second place basically when you get after you get first?
I guess it's gonna be Slush. Could be Jake Bake though. You never know.
Yeah, Jake Bake. We like Jake Bake.
Could be Jake Bake.
The correct answer was me, but Jake Bake did salvage you half a point. So five and a half.
point?
As a point.
Yeah.
I don't think Yuikaki will be there. I think because it's not going to be a HOTS tournament, so he definitely won't be there.
Question 5. You're up 5.5. Question 5 is Habs, Habs, or Habs?
And the correct answer is a Habs.
Correct. That's 2 points.
John is a
7.5.
well-known Habs fan, if you can't tell.
Question 6. DDR, light, medium, or heavy?
Heavy? Why wouldn't I play it heavy?
Heavy's very good.
Good answer.
Is there any other way?
Just making
I mean,
sure.
you mean there's other modes? Like, I used to play a lot of DDR actually.
So
For
did I.
like a whole summer, I'd go every weekend with my friends, and I'd be like one of those people who just keep the machine all night, and like we do little rotation things.
Oh man.
Did you
Wanted to
kick
get
people
perfect.
out because they were light? Like you're like, no lights in here. Kick them out the door.
Heavy.
It was really fun. I love DDR.
DDR, what's fun?
Maybe we could do a challenge at DDR when you guys are here.
Oh, 1v1.
If only if it's me and Frank on one platform and you on the other one. I think that's the only way we'll stand a chance.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever played it. Also,
Oh, it's gonna be
I don't-
bad. Man.
never did.
I remember sitting in my apartment when I was at university, and there was a movie theater like 5 minutes away that had a DDR machine outside. And I've been playing DDR, like I'd gotten a pad or something for Christmas, so I was just like playing all the time. And I got a call from my friend that was just like, Quinn, there's a guy down here at the mall playing DDR, and there's a big crowd that just got out from a movie. You have to come down here and challenge him. So I immediately just threw on my jacket and drove over, beat this guy at DDR, and then went home.
Oh, that's awesome.
Top 10 moments of
Yeah,
my
we
week.
kind of did that. Like, people would actually assemble when, like, people play DDR. It's pretty
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
and you get
so
half people that
John-
know the game and half people who are just like, what?
Yeah.
John versus Livinpink DDR.
Yep. I will
Make
do
it
it
happen.
1v1.
All right. All right.
$100 show match. Casted by
Cast it, we'll
Songers
cast
and
it.
Judges.
Make it happen. Cast.
Left,
Like,
left,
oh,
left.
oh my
God,
God.
the double left.
I've never seen this draft before.
So
Like,
you're
oh
at
my God, they're dancing, guys.
they're at 8.5 points right now. Question number 7: if Frank ESC Jovian were to cosplay, what character would suit him?
Weird.
I hope there's not just one right answer, because that's pretty hard. What can I see him as?
This is a creativity.
Frank is Italian, so maybe there's an
pretty.
Oh,
Italian.
don't. Somebody say Luigi and Mario. Those people know me, right?
No, they don't. You just look like a Luigi.
Yes.
So racist. This has been the most racist show. Sorry, go ahead. Who would I be?
Dude, it's a hard question. I want to be original and funny, and I'm like, everything is so boring. I was thinking about Pokemon, and I'm like, about StarCraft.
Okay.
Maybe I'll make you dress up as like Ash or something.
Oh, I
Ash
It's
Ketchum.
not
That's
even
good.
funny.
That's good.
Clefairy. Oh my God! I want you to be Togepi and like wear a little egg around you.
Oh
So-
man,
Yeah, you're Togepi.
this thing degenerated fast. I went from Ash to Clefairy to Togepi. I became a ball with little stub arms that doesn't do anything.
2 points. 2 points.
And you're
for
like,
devolving Frank.
I can't even do that thing. I just-
That's 9 points. 9.5.
My daughters watch Pokemon. I watch Togepi all the time.
Question number 8. If not pink, then what color?
It's not pink. What color? Brown. No. It's like the worst color I could
Live in
think of.
brown.
What can brown do for you?
I'll pick red. I like red.
It's very close to
It's
pink.
it's my second color. I used to like blue when I was young because like girls suck. I like blue and I like video games. And then I was like, all right, now I like purple. And I was like, all right, fuck it, I like pink. I'm a girl.
1
Way
point
to
for
give
that.
it.
You're at 9.5, I believe. Or 10.5. We lost count.
What's
Number
the
9.
next one?
Number 9. Will you play the hosts of Esports Canada TV in a gauntlet show match at a time to be determined by us?
A gauntlet show match.
Yes.
What do you mean, like Gauntlet Dark Legacy?
Oh my god, what an awesome reference.
No, but maybe. I just meant you have to play each one of us one after the other.
Ah.
Gonna trounce us, John. Why are you setting us up like this?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
Nick's
should do it.
diamond.
We should
That's-
do it.
I was
Nick
diamond
will
like
be our
a
ace.
year ago.
Nick will be our Korean.
Yeah,
Save
they are
us from
A's. You
Yeah,
have, to win,
sure.
you have to win 3 games and we only have to win 1. How's that sound?
And what did the winner get?
A point on the lightning round.
Ah, interesting. That's exciting.
See, you thought about that as a good thing. FireZerg would have been like, these points don't mean anything. I hate your show.
I start tore you apart, man.
He's not coming
It's
back on
like,
the show.
dude, I play every game hardcore. I want my points.
A true gamer.
It's like I am holding my points, so like, don't touch them.
Internet, man.
Question number 10, the final question. You're up 10.5 points right now. A movie is being made about you. Who plays you in that movie? And what is the title of the movie without it being Livinpink?
That's a
Who plays me? That's not easy.
I'd probably pick Mr. Bean to play me.
Dude,
His name is Rowan Atkinson.
that would
Rowan
be
Atkinson.
good.
I've been him or oh sorry, this is your question. Sorry, go ahead.
You're like,
So
serious
my movie would
blind
be
guy.
called. Go ahead. Who would play you?
Ah, I don't know. I want to think of someone cool. Or someone really, really silly. Maybe I should pick a man to play me.
Oh man. Rowan Atkinson. Pick Rowan Atkinson. Oh.
I don't even know who that is. I'm losing a
Mr.
point.
Bean.
Mr. Bean.
Oh my god. I'm like, I don't have culture, guys. I'm gonna go.
I'll give you some examples from chat. We have Scarlett Johansson, Anne Hathaway, Bill Murray, Kate Beckinsale, Natalie Portman. There's some good options.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll get Justin Bieber to play me. That's awesome.
Right?
I don't know. I could pick like Taylor Swift. She's my height, so people wouldn't be able to tell the difference from behind
I could see
if
that.
she had brown hair.
Good work.
I guess we could pick Scarlett Johansson. I'd be really sexy. That would be cool. I'll pick her. I'll pick Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
And it has to not have the pink in it. Not live in pink.
Well, you
Yeah.
can't call it lip.
It will be... Does it have to tell you about the movie? I guess so.
What's the movie title?
It's up to you.
An incredible woman's rise to esports.
I could possibly put you. Next up on
Oh, wow.
Love with
So you picked Scarlett Johansson and a woman's incredible rise to esports. Was that your answer?
It was
Yeah.
an incredible woman's rise
Oh,
to
an
esports.
incredible woman's rise to esports. That's minus 10.5 points.
Oh, you're a jerk, John.
So
Oh, I didn't find it
apologies.
as title. I was just kidding. It was horrible. It could be
I was
like-
thinking there's the girl who plays John Hamm's girlfriend on Mad Men in the last season, and she's from Montreal and speaks French, and it would be her.
Yeah,
That was the correct answer.
Yeah, it could have been La Vie en Rose or something, because it's like live in pink in French, you know?
See, that's a good
Oh,
one.
that would have been clever.
Yeah, it's gonna be La Vie en Rose.
The Vienna Rose.
There we go.
with Scarlett
French.
Johansson.
It's an art house pick.
And in the under the title, it's gonna be like an incredible woman's rise to sports animation.
There you go.
I figured it out, guys. Let's get this movie started, guys.
Filming
I'm sure
starts
someone
next
in
week.
chat just left right now to go write a script and send it to Scarlett Johansson. I'm pretty sure.
She will
Put it on-
totally
What
take
is
it.
this?
Got this.
If I know anything about
Women's rise to
gamers,
esports?
if I know anything about gamers, we are a motivated bunch, and
Oh,
this
yeah.
will happen. This will happen.
The trailer's
It's gonna
be
be the
out
name
tomorrow.
of your movie, A Motivated Bunch.
Yeah, yeah. Rowan Atkinson plays me, and it's a motivated bunch. So, John, are you tallying it up?
9 points. Congratulations.
Wow.
Yeah.
You saved yourself with Le'Veon Rose. 9's pretty good. That puts you just above middle of the pack. I think like top 6 maybe. But that does qualify you for a 2013 Tournament of Champions for the lightning round. So we will bring you back with 10 more epically hard questions. Don't get too
I'm excited.
That's not actually a real thing. But we will see you.
You wait until she says I'm excited. You're like, oh, by the way.
I looked excited. I was like raising the roof and like dancing.
We are very excited to see you at LAN ETS, and we'll now give you a minute or so if you want to plug your stream or Twitter or anywhere we can follow you, where we can see you, and yeah, go ahead.
Dude, one last thing. The movie should be called Getting a Leg Up.
Oh. Bringing in the.
I've already solidified the score. You can't start changing answers now.
I
the game
know,
is
I
done.
know. It's just someone
That's a
said
good-
something
yeah.
about
The game
getting
is done.
like. So does that mean you have a leg up? And I'm like, that's a great name for a
That's
movie.
That's a good movie.
Now ScarJo is interested.
Yeah.
Alright, so my shoutouts are, guys, please follow my Twitch TV, twitch.tv/Livinpink, youtube.com/Livinpink, facebook.com/Livinpink, at LivinpinkSC2 on Twitter. I'm changing it up, like, to mix you up. And, yeah, thanks to my team, Eternity Gaming. Thanks to you guys from Esports Canada. I can't wait to see you guys at LAN ETS and we can rock it and destroy the brackets. And thanks to everyone who watches my stream, everyone who watches their stream. Follow all the things.
Follow
All the things.
All of it.
All right, guys, we had some other things on the rundown, but this is only an hour show, and we've already run 22 minutes past.
Yeah,
Thank you very much to the Pink Army for helping us get so many of those lovely stream viewers. Thank you to our previous guest, FireZerg. Remember to follow him on Twitter at COL FireZerg SC2, and he's now streaming, so follow that as well. Thank you to my other co-hosts at ESC, Jovian. Any final words, Jovian?
Just
Your
Toronto
dad
LAN is happening this weekend, Saturday. Me and Nick are casting for it. So if you're not able to attend, watch it. You'll find more information on our website, esportscanada.ca.
Yeah, and we'll be streaming that on twitch.tv/esportscanada.tv
Right-
or
right here.
on esportscanada.tv, so the same damn channel you're watching right now. Songers, any other words from you? Nope. Okay, we're good. And what do you got, Songers? What do you got?
No, I'm not saying anything now. What Frank said. I hate
Perfect. LAN coming up this weekend in Toronto. You can either go there live. What's the address
For what, sorry?
for the LAN this weekend?
This
you.
weekend?
It's on 9 Isabella Street on the second floor, so that's at Isabella and Young Street.
And it's NetFX Cafe.
Net
That's
effect,
right.
yeah.
NetFX Cafe. So go to that event, or you can watch it on our stream. Thank you so much, Livinpink. You were a gem. We will be sure to follow you on Twitter at Livinpink SC2, your stream, your Facebook, and every other social media gadget you are on.
Thank you so much for having me on. And I'd like to say I don't actually know Rob Simpson's league. My grandmaster, guys.
Did you
Okay.
did you just get a PM from someone that was like, Rob
Rob
Simpson is
Simpson.
angry right now? You got a message straight from Blizzard that just said,
Blizzard actually deleted all my StarCraft accounts, so I'm kind of scared, guys.
well, Rob Simpson, we love you. So, thank you so much, guys, for watching this evening. We go live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on this very stream, twitch.tv/esportscanada.tv, or you can find us on the website, esportscanada.tv. If you want to join the forums, esportscanada.ca. You can follow us on Twitter at esports_Canada. or on facebook.com/esportscanada. Next week, Frank, who are our guests?
Oh God, I don't know.
Fantastic.
Oh, I'm terrible.
They're watching the show just like, oh, great, thanks.
I forget. No, I got this. Oh my God. We have fighting games community people. We have Russell Ordana and Mike Daniels.
Oh, fantastic. So if you're into the fighting game community, then tune in next week, and we'll probably run down some other stuff as
Geneviève,
well.
She should watch it so that she learns about StarCraft or Street Fighter. Just saying.
if she's
I
gonna be
should.
casting.
Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Good night, everyone.
The days just pass me by. We travel through the